And if we go into 1529, you can see Monday was the busiest day for me on that certain week. What's going on, you guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how much I make on the Uber Eats app and how much you can make too. I really try to work every day. There are some days that I don't work because either I'm too tired from the gym, I'm sore, or I could be too tired from working the previous days or weeks, because I do work weeks at a time where I don't take days off just because I'm trying to hit a goal or I'm trying to hit a milestone in that certain week or certain month. I like to set little goals because that's how you always keep yourself moving, because then you make yourself feel like you want to keep going, you feel very ambitious, and you want to just keep that snowball effect rolling. You know what I mean? Consistency is key, because if you're not consistent and if you don't stay out there and you don't maintain yourself online, you're never going to make any money. You have to make sure that you stay online, and you don't have to generally accept every call, but you should take every decent call. And if it's been dead for a while and you get a $4 call, you don't have to take every call that comes to your phone. Generally, if it's been dead for about an hour or half an hour and I get a call that's $4.50, you best believe I'm going to take that $4.50 call, because it's been dead for half an hour and it might be dead for the next half hour. So just to avoid that possible headache, I take that $4.50 call so I can keep moving. Because sometimes when you take a small call, usually they give you a small call and they have you with larger calls after that, and they might throw a little small calls here and there, but usually they give you calls systematically according to the route that you're taking. So without further ado, allow me to take you to my Uber app. And if you see right on top where it says $4.97, there's a chart right next to it. If you hit that, there will be a date that'll pop up on the top left and a little arrow to the right of it. You hit that arrow and it'll take you to a long list of all your prior earnings, you know, all the weeks that you've been working prior. And so far this week I made $4.97. Last week I made $8.31. The prior week to that was $5.99. Week before that was $7.37. And the largest week as of yet was June 7th to June 14th, which I made $15.29. I'm sorry. And if we go into 1529, you can see Monday was the busiest day for me on that certain week, making $3.84, 39 trips in 12 hours and 54 minutes. If we go down, you can see the net fare and tip ratio. I made more on the little less on tips and more on the net fare, but it was still a decent day. You know, every day is not going to be the same. You know, this day I did 28 trips in 8 hours. You know, different from the, I believe it was 13 hours on the last one. And over here, the net fare to tip ratio is just about the same, you know, on this chart, on this part of the chart. And across the board, if we keep checking it out, you can see that the net fare and tip ratio just stays about the same for the most part. You know, they try to basically keep it the same for you, and it's like if they see that you're making more money on net fare, they might just give you calls that are less tips because they know you would take it. On Friday, I didn't work at all. See, Saturday, I did 31 trips in 10 hours and 2 minutes. See, the net fare to tip ratio is just about the same. See, promotions are nice when you get them. They don't always come around, but when they do, they are pretty nice. And I always try to complete the tasks that they have set for you whenever they do come around. But as you can see, for this week that I've been working, you know, I basically made a lot of trips each day, and it all stayed about the same besides Monday, where I did the most. But it's like, well, that's the day that I had the most ambition, and you know, that's the day that I wanted to stay out the most. But every other day went pretty good as well, just not as good as that Monday. But if you see across the board, like for example, May 24th through May 31st, 171. I only worked 2 days that week, so I only made 171. So of course I wasn't gonna make that much because I didn't want to stay out there that long. See, I only did 13 trips in 4 hours, and on Tuesday I only did 14 trips in 6 hours. Yeah, it really is all about consistency over here. So another thing I wanted to show you also, I've noticed that in order to keep diamond, they have you go through a very rigorous hike, so to speak, because whenever they want you to keep the diamond, the requirements are to gain 600 points, and so far I have 434, but I just noticed that it takes a while to gain those points. It's like they definitely want the best drivers to go through the most rigorous like path in order to maintain that level of consistent good service. I guess it's a good deal. Pretty cool. Going back to my earnings, you can definitely notice the pattern that there is over here. I wanted to show you also, because all the days that I made less are the days that I worked less. Of course, that goes with anything. You can see that the days that I made more are the weeks. Better yet, the weeks that I made more are the weeks that I've worked more. Any week that I've worked less, I made a lot less. So as you can see across the board, it's all about consistency. As long as you're consistent, even on the first week, I made a good amount. First weeks, so to speak. First few days I was testing it out, but once I got used to it, I was on the ball. I was all about it. So it's definitely a good way to make money. It's definitely an income that people can survive off, because I'm definitely doing it, and I've been doing it for the past 3 years. Not just with Uber, but also with DoorDash. I've done 3 years with DoorDash, and so far I have been doing 4 or 5 months, going on 4 or 5 months with Uber. And I gotta say, so far I like it. It's pretty fun, pretty cool, good experience, and I want to share that experience with you. I have a lot of experience. I've been doing this for a few years, so I definitely want to share my experience with everybody that I can. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I like all comments, good or bad. It lets me know if I'm doing anything wrong or good. It'll give me a good idea on what I'm doing, and it could also help out the next person for whoever could be watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the insight that I gave you on how much you can make working with Uber Eats. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below, because it could really help me out. I mostly do Uber Eats content, but I can also do Postmates, Instacart, and DoorDash on request if anybody lets me know. Please let me know down below. I'm looking forward to anything that I can hear from you guys, and I'll see you guys later.